This is Morten from English TV reporting from Tecnau's wonderful booth here at Printing United in Las Vegas. Talking to my good friend Pete. Hey Pete.
Morten, how are you?
I am good, thank you for asking. I mean, every time we come to a trade show, you and I, we have to take a rain check on all the new things from Tecnau, right?
Right.
So we're getting used to it, right? So as we spoke about yesterday when we met the first, we said that the Unwinder from the Revolution 50 series, we have already been talking about last year, right? So, but you have got some really exciting news on this show. So should we dive a little bit into what you have?
Absolutely. So this configuration is our new Revolution 50 auto setup line. It'll change up from a 1-up, 2-up, 3-up, or 4-up, all automatically without an operator intervention. It'll change format size, it'll change cut length, it'll change edge trim, strip cut size, all automatically.
Oh, and I mean, I remember that when I met with you last year, and also when I met with your customer at State of Colorado, there's always like a lot of like setups manually in the past.
Right.
So you save a lot of time when you are using the machines. That can be, I mean, how much productivity gain do you think you get from that?
Well, there's a couple things you get. One is whenever you stop an inkjet press, it has to restart with a lot of blank pages. It has to park the heads, bring the heads back out, and so forth. This eliminates all of that because we have enough buffering capacity to actually make that changeover before the buffer is filled up. It's actually going to do one right now, actually.
Is it making a changeover right now?
It is. These are the setup pages that are sacrificial.
So this is like giving a message to the machine that
get
ready. Oh, I can see that it's changing right now.
So it's changing. So that was a knife that came across the web. This is a pneumatic nip that's going to allow the web to retract, come forward. These are magnetic web supports and guides that retract and then come back out to the new position. So what you just saw it do was a change up from a 3-up format to a 2-up format.
And what did that, 10 seconds or something like that?
It takes about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay, okay.
To get back up to full web speed. But yeah, it's got pneumatic nips and the integrated knife, and it'll park one slitter to this side of the machine inside, and it'll park 2 more to the inside gate through that hole in the casing over there. So it's a really great setup. I mean,
so this is the new module that we're talking about, the Carter C52 basically.
C52, right? But the auto setup version. So we still have the manual versions with it have all the adjustments for the OMR readers and the slitters and things outside the interlocked covers. But this one has it all done automatically.
So when you have 2 versions of it, is it because of a price difference, or is it because people have different needs, or?
Yep, both of those things. The automated version is about $100,000 more than the non-automated version.
Okay, so that is a price to it, basically.
It does, but you know, with the labor challenges that people face today in finding skilled operators and keeping them, a lot of people find that it's worthwhile, plus the time it saves them on the press.
Okay, so from here, we go into the next module.
Yep. So this is actually the cross-cutting modules, the 2 rotary knives. This is what lets us do variable strip cut. We then go into the transport section, and then the stacker that's part of the Revolution 50 auto setup is our S51L, but with an automated end stop. So you can see those worm gears that's in the back. There's one in the front here, so the end stop moves evenly. But that is what allows us to change anywhere from the 6-inch minimum size up to the 30-inch maximum size. Uses vacuum belt technology, so it works very well for heavyweight papers, lightweight papers, coated papers, 1-ups, 2-ups, 3-ups, 4-ups. It'll support all of that.
And I guess that when you see technology like this, I mean, because if you think back a little bit in history, I think that this kind of technology, I mean, if you look 10, 15 years back, it was mainly in the transactional mail space, basically, right? But with the inkjet machines getting better and better and moving into the commercial space, you have a bigger need for more and more
right, and transactional, right? Everyone's running 2-up 8.5 by 11 slip merge. You don't need that type of, so it's doing a delivery and another changeover right now. But you can see the cut registration and the variability. I mean, just while we've been talking, it's switched up from a 2-up to a 3-up, back to a 2-up, and now it's changing back to a 3-up again, just while we've been talking and walking through the line.
You know, when I was at drupa, we unfortunately didn't cover this at drupa, but But when I saw it, I was just like blown away because I mean, if you look at how many different types of application that runs through a printing company, this is definitely something that people need, right?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of interest in this solution.
Yeah.
All the solutions in our booth, and we'll walk through some of the other ones briefly, are all going back to our North Andover demo facility.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to have customers come in who weren't able to either come to the show or didn't see it at drupa.
Yeah.
And it should be great.
Yeah. Just a question. So when you talked about the price difference, does that include this module here, or okay? So that's the total solution for it.
Yep.
Okay. And here at the show, you say big interest.
Yeah, we've had a great show so far. You know, we love coming to Las Vegas. There's a big draw for the stuff that's not part of the show.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of attendance and people come and still get to go have some fun in the evenings as well.
Fantastic. Last question. When you look at this type of technology and look at the type of customers buying this, is it sometimes difficult to, let's say, foresee what kind of products? I mean, I know you're not in product development, but I guess that when you talk to customers, you need to get that feedback back to R&D in order to, develop not something just engineers can do, but something there's a need for, right?
Yeah, we want market demand to drive our solutions, and that's one of the reasons we have the auto setup version now. Yeah. People are trying to limit their changeover times, they're trying to make their presses more efficient, and this type of solution lets them do exactly that.
And what about, because we spoke about, you talked about that, if the inkjet press has a full stop, there's a waste of paper. Are you also thinking about how you can communicate with the press to, let's say, run a little bit slower, have some kind of buffering?
Yeah, exactly.
So you basically don't have to have that warm-up time? Or?
Yeah, so a lot of the new presses, because they know this type of technology is coming, will have bidirectional communication. So we can actually, let's say, populate a buffer before we put a press into a much slower inspection mode, which still keeps the heads out and keeps it printing, but gives us 30 seconds to do a changeover or a little bit of time to do a zero-speed splice on a dual unwind solution, things like that. So we're always working with the press manufacturers to figure out how we can enjoy those same synergies where the systems work together.
And I mean, I can't help thinking about that. If you have like what is it called, the splicer, where you have several rolls that can be fed to the machine.
Right, yeah, the zero-speed splice.
Yeah, and you have something like this. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to lights out production, right?
Absolutely, and non-stop printing.
Yeah. On this one, I guess that I heard from Mauricio that this is a patent, right? So that is yours. You cannot find it by anybody else.
Correct. The way we do it is patented. Okay. There are some other auto setup solutions. They're not quite as slick, let's say, as ours, or as seamless, but yeah.
Fantastic. It must be a good time to be with Tecnau, right?
It's always a good time.
Always a good time. Good talking to you, Pete.
Thank you.
Okay.